So, it's a new school year, and it's that time of year while all of the Bible thumpers and people are on campus, and if you remember last year, I made out with someone in front of them, and that was fun. But this year has been even more fun with the appearance of a person called the Wizard. I got some good footage of the Wizard harassing some people. If you can't hear it, please turn on the closed captions, and check it out. Hi, Quinn.
Hello.
What are you up to?
Just gonna harass the Bible thumpers on campus.
Nice.
They come here every year, so I come out dressed like a wizard and I say dumb shit until they leave. Actually, no, I'm cursed. It's not possible. Would you like a selfie with the wizard, sir? Homosexuality is cooler than you'll ever be. You know, you do pretty well on Grindr. I hear they like men with beards. This comes from the earth. I am devil smart at best.
I don't want to tell you where I think it comes from.
Alright. No, tell me where it comes from, please. Men all they want. Women can marry any women. I would actually advise that women stop marrying. Guess what? God, you're the fact that your wife is probably a lesbian. Curse the name of your God! No, I just cursed the name of you! Say, I went to heaven, I would mess it up. I want him to say, I'm not a him, I'm a wizard. How dare you assume my magical prowess? Yes, I'm a wizard. Is how sweet the sound. Blessings upon your household.
Quinn's got like an army of gays right now. They're leading like a small battalion. I was just about to message Quinn, but they are already here.
Hey, well met. How are you today?
I'm alright.
It's really hot in here. Sorry that I'm sorry, it's not hot in here. I'm a dinosaur. I'm making fun of you, yeah. Howdy! I'm the wizard. It's a pleasure.
I'm Gabriel.
Gabriel? Yeah. Like the angel.
Do you think that innocent beings would be discriminated?
You know what, that's embarrassing. I laughed something.
Depends, do you? What do you think of the bombings on Syria? Because I'm pretty sure the folks in your party support those. Let me tell you what I'm here for. I'll leave debating to more sensible people, but I'm going to tell you right now, my name is the Wizard. I'm here to transform all your physical nonsense into physical form.
Using actual science and reasoning and facts, I would love to do that with you.
Do you think I look like a person of science? I'm a wizard!
Actually looks like
Yes, you may. This guy's just blabbering on.
I just got back from class, and it's 3 o'clock, well 2 o'clock. Hello again.
This guy thinks that if you take a seed out, you take a seed out of the ground, you cut down a tree.
So if a woman is pregnant, say she wants this baby, she loves this baby, she's very excited. However, she is in danger of dying because of health problems involving her pregnancy.
What kind of health problems?
Health problems that could be potentially fatal. Name one.
Septic shock.
Also an interesting
Are
point.
you telling me you don't believe that women die during pregnancy? That's what I'm getting from this.
I'm not saying that they
You're
don't.
asking me for proof that women die during pregnancy when that is a fact. We are one of the highest countries in the world in death rates during childbirth.
Wait, I have a question, just a quick follow-up. So, you say that you are against abortion. What about education for safer sex to prevent pregnancies that might result in abortion? Or are you one of the abstinence is the only way types?
I want to be abstinence is the only way types.
So this dude is basically completely surrounded by a bunch of cool nerds.
If you straight up bored me, and I was just like wrecking shop, would you be wrong
If I what you?
if you just swallowed me whole? You insist you can.
So you shrunk yourself really small and jumped in against my will.
Would you be wrong in trying to remove me by any means necessary?
No.
You wouldn't? No. Really? That's so close. They're so close. The proof is in the pudding.
That is in a completely unnatural situation. Pregnancy is
Almost
not
there.
But let's suppose it was an actual situation.
No, it's not.
There they go. Bye. I feel like we've really bonded as friends. Quinn, I was just gonna ask you, how do you think that went?
I'd say I've had better success, but distraction was my main key.
Yeah.
And I'd say that with the Tyrannosaur here, I'd say that distraction was successful.
They refused to tell Quinn how much the Jumbotron cost, so I have informed Quinn that because they are a non-profit, they have to disclose all of their expenses, and Quinn ran out to confront them, and they told Quinn to call the IRS.
I'll find out, and then I'll show next time they show up, I'll say it. I know exactly. Right down to the...
You could have saved it with the price you spent on
No,
the
they're not doing that next
Jumbotron.
Monday.
So I have actually managed to get the wizard into our home to answer a few questions. So wizard, if you would like to come answer some questions.
Hello, hail and well met.
It's nice to meet you, wizard.
How are you today?
I'm swell. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
What would you say inspired you to become the wizard?
I'd say a lot of things, but I've, of course, been a student of magic for a good long while now, and I figured it was time to bring my talents into the limelight and use them for good.
So what would you say is the wizard's mission statement?
See, that's an interesting question, because it's something that I get asked quite often is, what are you doing here? The people passing through campus will often see things that are traumatic or hateful and directed towards them, especially minority groups or LGBTQ individuals, and I just want people to have a better day having seen me. So I would say that my mission statement is to bring cheer wherever I go, however I can, and to ensure that people feel a little more magic in their hearts.
What is the most challenging part of being a wizard on campus?
I would argue perhaps public recognition. I'm not always in wizardly garb, you see. I have regular clothes that I wear to regular places, but of course, being of a pseudo-anonymous identity, people tend to recognize me. So in the past several weeks alone, I've had more than a few dozen people approach me and ask me, "Excuse me, are you by chance the wizard that I've been hearing so much about?" And of course, all that's left to do there is to just give a knowing smile and a hushed lip and let them go on their way, and that usually makes people very happy.
What's the most challenging part of dealing with, like, the actual Bible thumpers, also?
Well, they tend to try and rile you up, you see, but it's important to try your best to keep a level head. It's easy to sort of lose track of what you're there for, so, you know, getting engaged in discourse, of course, is generally something I try to avoid, because I'm not there to argue with them. They're not going to change their minds. They're not going to change mine. So I would argue that distracting people from a hateful message that's trying to be spread is what's important, but I just have to often center myself on that.
Do you consider what you do to be performance art?
I would argue, yes, some semblance of performance art. It's not necessarily scripted. It's simply just going, and an audience interaction is an important aspect of performance art. So when you go in there, you are gauging, you're sort of reading the proverbial room, as it were, just sort of gauging an audience and interacting as necessary.
And what about activism? Like, how much do you think is performance art versus activism?
See, that's a tricky question. A lot of people that I've spoken to consider my work and my presence to be important and uplifting and generally, like, good activist work, and I'm often compelled to disagree, because I'm not prompting the most change in the world. I'm simply just, you know, keeping peace and making people happy and just generally just spreading positivity, which I suppose is important to some people, but I wouldn't consider it the most important activist work. I'd just say that I'm there to mediate and give people a good time.
What impact would you like to have on the local community? You already said you'd like to uplift people, but is there any, like, long-term goal that you have as a wizard?
I would personally prefer if
the Bible thumpers and groups like Created Equal that has come to campus time and time again. My end goal, I suppose, would be to take the focus off of them entirely. Like my ostentatious garb is simply to serves as a temporary distraction, but I would like, you know, to add more community engagement to my performance, and to ensure that people stop coming because there's homophobes raging all over campus, and they've got big signs and they're really mean. I would like the focus to be more, hey, did you hear the wizards on campus today? Let's go see what they're up to. And eventually I would at least hope and believe that eventually these groups will come less and less, and eventually stop. Their message really has no place. It can't continue when it's met with utter nonsense.
And just one final little question. What is your full wizarding height?
I believe it's just shy or just over 8 feet. The rollerblades add an extra few inches, and of course my lovely wizard hat.
Alright, well, thank you for taking the time to speak to me today,
Thank you
Wizard.
for speaking to me.
I look forward to seeing more of your magic.
I'll be there as long as they are. And probably long after.
If you'd like to see more nonsense, please subscribe and whatever other bullshit people do.